Hey, consulted by G Dot family. It is your boy G Dot back at it with another motivational, inspirational reaction, and we're gonna be looking at billionaires that have been interviewed by School of Hard Knocks, and we're gonna get right into the information because I know it's a lot of good information as usual. So let's see what's going on.
Who am I sitting with today? I'm the guy that interviews billionaires for a living.
I'm not a millionaire, but according to Forbes, I'm a billionaire.
How old were you when you became a millionaire?
You have to ask a millionaire.
What do you mean?
I'm a billionaire.
So what is your net worth?
That was nice. I like that.
My name is Dr. Shaquille O'Neal.
Tom Brady, the GOAT, the greatest of all time.
Appreciate it.
What industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
Movies, which encompasses almost every industry.
I'm here with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, man. It's nice to see you.
So how many billionaires have you actually interviewed by now? So in just the last 4 years, I've interviewed over 30 billionaires. Who are some?
And people might think that doesn't matter, or it was cool, whatever, anybody can do that. But the fact he was able to meet 30 billionaires, at least bare minimum, and then interview 30 of them is amazing, because these people don't like, billionaires don't talk to people. Like, they don't just go on the internet and make videos and drop gems and give free game. So this information that we're getting is like really cool. It's just like nice to see the insight of what someone from that standpoint thinks about money and thinks about business and thinks about how things should operate. I'm not saying they're always 100% right, but it's good to take bits and pieces and what you can gather from all these people.
The craziest people that you've interviewed? Man, I've interviewed Tom Cruise, Will Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Tom Brady, Mark Cuban, Michael Rubin, the richest men in Dubai, countless just incredible entrepreneurs and billionaires, man. It's been absolutely insane these last 4 years. Now, you've interviewed some of the wealthiest, most powerful people alive. But today, I want to flip the script. And instead of you asking the questions, I'm asking the questions to you. Can we make that happen? Let's make it happen. You ask everyone, how did you get rich? So let me ask you, how did you get rich? You really want to know? I think everyone watching wants to know that. So let's start there, right? What's the most amount of money you've made in a single month? All right, last month, my business made over $700,000. 700K? 700 racks. And what about this year? How much money are you on track to make this year? My business will make well over $6 million this year. Over 6 million? 6 million. How is that possible? How are you making that much money? Well, look, I've got billionaire mentors. I don't just create content. I mean, I've literally been building businesses these last 4 years. I've got a big marketing agency. I've got a consulting company. I monetize off of brand partnerships, ad revenue. I've got a huge subscription community. So look, the best entrepreneurs in the world, they look at their core business and all the different ways they can make money. And that's what I did over the last 4 years, which is why I built a multi-million dollar company. All right. Now, you've interviewed billionaires, celebrities, CEO. First of all, how many interviews have you even done? Well over 1,000 interviews. Over 1,000 interviews.
And that's how, he said well over 1,000 interviews. That's over 10,000 hours. Once you put in your 10,000 hours, that's when things start to get easy to you. You can accomplish a lot more, and you put the work in. So now you're going to start seeing more rewards for your time and for your effort. You got to put your 10,000 hours in. You can't think about it either. You can't be trying to write it down. Like, okay, hour number one, already got 9,999 more. Like, no, you can't do that. You got to just work, keep your head down, put in the effort, and then you're going to look up, your 10,000 hours are going to be there, and you're going to pretty much be a master at your craft, or at least more than a novice. Like, depending on how you did it right, you'd be a master. But I don't want to put too many expectations on people. Putting your 10,000 hours just so you can get ahead in life and just develop your craft more.
Well over 1,000 interviews. All right, I'm going to challenge you right now. You've done 1,000 interviews, but if you had to narrow it to the 15 greatest pieces of advice that you've ever received, what would they be? I want you to give me the top 15 lessons that you've ever learned from interviewing billionaires, celebrities, and the most successful people in the entire world. Can you give me 15? Are you sure they're ready? Come on, let's start with number 15. All right, let's get things started. Number 15. And you've probably seen this guy before, but if not, now you will. I'll let him tell you himself. Who am I here with today?
Will Smith in the building.
So, did you come from a lot of money?
No. I came from the opposite.
So what was your turning point to financial freedom?
I realized that taking advice from somebody who hasn't done what you want to do is almost insanity. Like,
it is, yeah.
Listening to people who haven't done the thing that you want to do, that makes you crazy.
That makes you crazy. Like he said,
That is crazy.
You have this idea, you have this business you want to start, and you're going to listen to somebody tell you not to do it or tell you how to do it a certain way, and they've never done it themselves. It's insanity. You can never take advice from someone you wouldn't trade places with.
That's
Will
true.
Smith is an absolute legend. All right, but give us number 14. All right, number 14, Robert Herjavec. We're talking about Robert from Shark Tank? Robert from Shark Tank, man. And this piece of advice that I'm about to give you that he gave to me is one that shifted my perspective because I didn't even think of it this way.
Excuse me, sir. How did you
you get rich?
I sold my first company for 30 million. I just sold my last one for many hundreds of millions.
So you're
Jesus.
rich.
Oh, I'm not rich. I'm wealthy.
What's more important in the business world, what you know or who you know?
What you know. Absolute bullshit. When I started out in business, my mom was a receptionist. My dad swept floors in a factory. Every person I knew in business said this bullshit advice to me. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And in order to make money, you need money. I was screwed. I was 23 years old, starting with nothing. If you don't know anybody, you got to become the person other
Right.
people want to know.
That is true.
People aren't just gonna go spend their
Now
time.
that is 100% true though. That is a lot of bullshit. People say, "Oh, you gotta, it's who you know, it's not what you know." But really, in reality, it's a mix of both. I would really say it's more of what you know, then is who you know. But you definitely gotta know your shit before you can come into people that are gonna benefit you in any kind of way. Because the people that can benefit you are not gonna work with you unless they know that you know it, but you know your craft, like you're about your business. So what you know, get your foot in the door for who you know. But it's definitely more of a what you know situation.
With somebody. Yeah, I was like to say
100%.
that you want to network with successful people, become successful.
You want to network when you provide something of value. Build your own brand. Other people will come to you.
I mean, look, the reason why I love this so much is because I can't even think about the amount of times that people give the cliche advice that it's not what you know, it's who you know. But in reality, guys, you have to understand, if you don't build yourself, if you don't build your own brand like Robert's talking about, successful people are not going to be willing to connect with you. They're more than likely not going to be willing to help you. You got to go establish some of your own credibility. You got to go build some of your own wins. And then the successful people will flock to you. I love that advice right there. I love that right there. Everybody says that who you know is more important, but you got to build yourself. You got to build your brand first, and then they will
100%
come.
true,
But we need
100%.
number 13. Excuse me, ma'am. Question for you. How old were you when you became a millionaire?
33.
33?
Yeah, 33.
And how did you get rich?
As a
I
big
run tech
Chanelli.
company.
You run a tech company?
Yes.
How
I
long
do.
have you been a business owner?
So I left Wall Street in 2013.
You were on Wall Street?
Yes, my job was to keep rich people rich for a living. I came up with the idea in 2013, but we didn't make our money until 2017 as a business.
Ah.
So what was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
Just shy of 10 million.
$10 million?
Yeah, just shy.
Have you ever met a billionaire?
Absolutely. I've been in bank accounts of billionaires and the homes of billionaires. Absolutely.
Do they keep their money in a savings account?
No, wealthy people put their money to work. I think we all have job descriptions. Even me running my business, they give their money a job description.
Right.
You cannot save or work your way to wealth. You can only invest your way there.
Listen, I've
That is
interviewed
100% true. You can't work your way to wealth. Like, you technically can, but it's like, think about it like this. Okay, there's not that many people that are going to work or build a company or do one thing that's going to make them multi-millions of dollars and don't have to do anything else for the rest of their life. Because eventually, something runs out. Even if people got to rebrand, people got to fix up the products, people got to take leaps, put new things out there because people are getting tired of the old. Only reason McDonald's still around because they still might bring this back. They might add this to the menu. They might collab with somebody. But you can't just keep doing the same old and expect to flourish. So you definitely gotta add on to what you're doing. But you gotta be accountable for yourself at all times as well.
30 billionaires. And they will all tell you the golden rule is what she just said. You can't save your way to wealth. You have to invest. The problem is 99% of people, they don't know where to begin. They don't have wealthy people that are able to mentor them and help them make their money work for them. So
But that's why you also have to do your own research, though. See, I'm not gonna let him sit here and say that we try to treat people like they're damsels in distress. You know you can do things. You just don't believe it, or you feel like you don't have enough money for it, and that's one thing. But you have to get over that. And you have to figure that out and then start learning yourself. Even with everything I know about stocks, crypto, I taught myself. So if you get on that wave, it'll be way easier for you to get into more advantageous positions. That's what I'll say. If you just start looking things up and doing your research, you can get in more advantageous positions in life. But I appreciate you for tuning in. I just definitely wanted to peek in and see a little bit of this video, and I'm definitely going to catch you guys on the next one. This is a lot of information. I don't want to put it all in one video. I gotta spread it out so y'all watch every video.